Hello, people. Hi, and welcome back to Mythos Zoo. I am, of course, joined with the one and only Sparkle. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. How are you feeling today?
I am good.
You're good?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We're getting close to weekend. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been building some stuff in here for the past week or so. Sparkle haven't been able to get so much work done this time around, but she will, and we will obviously also get lots more stuff built. So it takes things takes time sometimes, right? So
Facts. Well, I mean, it's been my birthday, then I got sick, which was great. So, I've been busy.
Yeah, unfortunately you got sick, but luckily it was only
Just like allergies, like hardcore allergies.
Yeah. So
But we're good. We're good now.
you feeling better?
Yeah.
Great, that's good.
Yeah.
So last time, guys, Sparkle went in and we did some colors on some of the buildings I did. She added some foliage. We added the bridges. We added the flamingos. Yeah,
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
Pretty much got the whole sort of palace fixed in a way, and we got both of the pools on top of that also filled with animals. We have the alligators now, and we got the flamingos. So actually we have, at this point now, we have 4 animals. You'll see the 4th we will add later today, which were also a little bit of a struggle. We will get to that, but we got there.
It's always a struggle, right?
It's always a struggle when it comes to these freaking water animals here that have to have water, and I don't know what it is, but this game's for sure needs some fixing when it comes to that.
Just testing it. It's testing you.
It is, but I would also say that when we're done with this entire zoo, because I know all the things we want to do, and some of these things that we have in mind, we don't really know if it's even, doable, because like with the water features they have in here and the terrain and how we can build it, and because we kind of want this open up areas. We don't really want any of these sort of fencing to feel like it's actually in an exhibit, but more like just running wild, you know?
Well, yeah, for at least this area.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So in this instance, that's why we sort of had to. It was a little bit of a struggle, because we don't want the hippos to go over to the camels.
Right.
But it looks cool though when you see them all just roaming around in the sand and water and stuff. So super cool. But what I'm doing here is that I wanted to add more Egyptian buildings, architecture style into this sort of area, as we talked about, where we kind of wanted this wall to be filled with small houses and stuff, and that goes all the way over to the hippos.
That's right.
Which you'll see me add very, very late in the video. It's literally just a short thing I do. So I literally just went in and tried to figure out some good compositions, see what looks nice here and what doesn't, and I'm getting a lot of ideas while I built this particular section here. Like the whole level, like the levels is very important, I feel like, when it comes to these sort of styles.
Yeah.
And like, I know it's very like it's box buildings, all of them, but if you kind of place them differently and a little bit angled and stuff, it will actually look super nice.
Yeah, it really creates a lot of interest.
It does.
Sure.
It does.
Yeah.
So, and as you guys can see, it's sort of the same color palette as I did at the previous one. That's why I say we might go in, maybe add a few trim pieces here and there. But these sort of buildings here were very like sandy and muddy, and they didn't really have so many details. Mainly the palace and the more
right.
royal.
This is more like lower and middle class.
Yes.
Egypt, right? So
yeah.
Their stuff was not anywhere near as grand as like our palace.
Exactly.
Palaces and whatnot. Yeah.
And that's kind of like what we would want to try to put into this section here. We don't know yet what we're gonna have on the right side, but probably somewhat of the same. But maybe we can maybe make a little bit more fancier buildings there. I don't know. We'll see when we come to that. But we definitely also need some animals on the right side of the Nile, where the camels are, on the next to the smaller pyramid. So there's still some animals to be added in here. We also have all our exhibits. We need to close off.
We saw the pyramid.
Yeah.
Animals that we're gonna add to. So there's still quite a few animals actually, I think.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 maybe. And then,
At least, yeah.
as I said, the exhibit animals too, right? All the scarab, beetle, and whatever they're called, all of them.
Scorpions and stuff.
Yes, and we were gonna fill the area where the flamingos were, like under it, where we have all those windows, right? We were gonna put some exhibits there to kind of like close off, so you don't see all the terrain work and walls sticking out from top.
Exactly.
So yeah, you have to hide away the things, guys. You have to hide them away. So I'm mainly just trying out stuff back and forth here, trying to figure out what looks nice. And I don't add so many clutter pieces either. I don't know why, but I struggle with this, with some of the clutter pieces for this. But I guess they don't have much except for, you know, those hanging lanterns, carpets hanging over, a few ropes here and there, and then maybe a few.
They like pottery and.
Yeah, a few potteries, pots and stuff. And I think this is mainly also what I do. But I still kind of like, because I feel like when I already placed 1 or 2, I feel like if I place 1 more, it's gonna be overkill. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's kind of like what the section is. Anyways, but here we have something that I know Sparkle is not super fan of, mainly because it's not really the era we're building. But it was just because I went in like a sort of a little hole where I really didn't know what to do, so I was just trying to build a dome here. I do end up deleting lots of the dome because we kind of agreed to sort of deleting a lot of them, and then if we eventually agree to delete the others, we will do so as well. But for now, they are on the build, and you will probably see some getting removed, like little by little.
Yeah, well, we just realized that's not part of ancient Egypt. They actually, you looked it up. They didn't start incorporating
till then
domes until what was it, the
90s, like just.
Well, yeah, like 90, 80.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah. Whenever it got more of like the Middle Eastern.
Yes, more Muslim and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that's also why you see sometimes when you see these, like in Egypt and stuff, it's mainly way after the ancient. Like they didn't have these, and if they had, they were literally just like clay or like mud sort of domes.
Right, not like the elaborate.
No, not all those fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember popping in and just being like, yeah, nah. No, no, take them away. And you were so mad at me. You got so mad at me. I was like,
well, yeah,
it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
No, I could just have researched. I agree. But I looked at a few pictures that were like, each Egyptian had references in there. So I just took a little bit of everything. But yeah, so it might get deleted. So just so you guys know.
It will get deleted.
I just need to find some compositions so it doesn't look weird without it now. Because now I have legit, I think it looks weird if I take them off. But it's because I've been used to looking at them now with that dome on. So, and you can already see it when I add trees and bushes and stuff. It kind of takes away like all the domes I've removed. So maybe it's just like some few higher trees and maybe even some higher buildings in the back of this.
Yeah, once we get, it still just feels naked because it kind of is. Like we still have to decorate, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely a lot of that to do as well. So, and as I say here, when I add more of the trees and maybe some buildings in the back, maybe put a little bit more height to it, the domes will kind of like will be easy to delete because then they will not take the look because they do that now, right? So here. This was actually something I saw on another picture. I was like, this is actually sort of a pretty cool archway. With a little,
I really like it.
With a little stairway on top. And then like just make it feel like they're actually walking around a town or something like that. So yeah, I kind of like added that and kind of like slowly adding bits here and there, and yeah, getting some cool ideas while I do it. So this section here, there is underneath the stairs on the left side here. Remember we talked about making some fake cave systems, or like how they went down. Oh, what are they called now? Crypts, right? Feel like that. I do that under that stairway on the left side here. You guys will see it eventually.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, I think that was a pretty cool addition to it. So
yeah, it's just like a fake, fake tunnel type thing. It looks really cool.
Yeah, and I think we should have like a few of those a little bit around. Maybe even at some point we can make some fake ones, and then maybe even make one where we put an exhibit down or something, so you can see.
Well, I thought. Remember we had talked about too. Yes, in the maybe doing that in one of the pyramids. Remember?
Yeah.
Like having like an either exhibit or like you said something. Maybe even just food court, or I don't know, something.
We definitely need to have something in one of those pyramids. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't need to. This need to be all three, but at least.
No. Just one of them's fine.
Yeah, and then there is that platform area we need to build that goes when you go
over to the pyramids.
Yes, exactly. We need to figure out if we do a ramp or if we're just gonna have it as a platform and get people to walk elsewhere and to get over there.
Probably have to be a ramp if we have animals on the other side.
Yeah, for sure. So also, guys, remember, don't mind the domes, okay? It's just me and my building progress here. They are gonna get removed, a lot of them. So right now, it does look a little bit too much. So just FYI, I actually thought I cut some of this out, but it's fine. You can see the bloopers and fails sometimes, in the
That's
charts.
part of it, right?
It is.
Well, and it's fun. It's fun to learn about, just history in general, right?
For sure.
Architecture and stuff like that. So.
I mean, I was only supposed to figure out if they build dome around this area here, and then I just used 2 hours, if not even more, just to go in and read about it. Like, just what kind of mosques did they? What was the first mosque they had here, and how did it look? And yeah,
right.
It's always nice to get a little sidetracked with these sort of things.
With history, yeah, it's cool because then you can like see what influences, or what influenced that. I love all that. I think it's part of my favorite reasons why we're doing, or like one of the things I like most about this.
Yes, it's all the references and the story. Yes, I agree. Here I'm trying to make my own sort of shutters towards the windows here, just to make it look like they're open, and then we can eventually either way just put in a
little light.
Yeah, either way a black background, so it just looks like there's something, or we can, as you say, use one of those glasses that you can turn around and then it has light on the other side, but not in the daytime, which is a pretty cool thing. So here I was also trying something. I was, like, as I said, I had a few pictures up, as I sometimes always have when I build stuff, to like, get ideas and steal a little bit from everything. And then I found this sort of little, like, I don't know, when I first built it, I thought it was doable, but then I first started playing around with the water triggers and all the water features and all that stuff we had, and I just couldn't make it feel like watery, right? So at the end, I just tried to just like add glass on top, just to make it feel like it's kind of shiny. But then it goes back and forth, as you can see. I'm trying a lot of things.
It actually looks good though.
I do end up keeping it like this, and then I was like, why would they even build this if they're next to the water? And then I went like, you know what?
Trough? A water trough?
Yeah, more clean water there, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
But when ideas come up, you're just like, oh, I want to see this. I want to try this.
Yeah, I actually didn't see that yet, so that's cool.
Yeah, there's a few small details I do in this build, which is nice, especially if you go look around in them. I cut a big bunch off here because I was struggling again trying to get a nice canopy looking sort of thing going here. So I ended up using these, I don't even know what they're called, but it's like Chinese, like the ones when you...
Fan?
Yeah, thank you. I ended up just using that at the tip there, as you can see, so it kind of feels like it's sort of... Yeah. So as you can see, it's a long one and then a very short one.
Works out.
Yeah, it kind of gives the effect, right? And it's kind of like what I was hoping for, at least.
Yeah.
So you guys will see me jump back and forth here now, because now I'm adding a few windows, some doors. As you can see, I'm trying to get so many textures in to the wall. It is rip. Okay. What did I say now?
Stop it.
Yeah, I was trying to add as many textures as I could, especially with the doors, so it gets a little bit of a mixture, since we are only having this sort of sandish color walls, right? So
yeah. And I might go back. I might go in too and play around.
Oh yes.
Grab some other sand type colors and just create a little more depth. You know, like add different color to the trim versus.
Yes, because we, as we have already figured out now, is that my color choices are usually pretty poor.
Hey, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses.
I'm good at building, but choose colors, and yeah, that's not my thing. So it's good that Sparkle, that's her thing. So
right.
So that is so that's why it's a great collab, because we meet halfway on many of the things here, except for the domes, obviously. But
You're the domes. The domes are going away.
Just enjoy them while you can, guys.
Rip the band-aid off, Wikz. Rip it off.
No.
They're cool, but they just don't work here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I mean, we agreed that we were gonna build like this when we started the project. So I just went a little bit out of my yeah. It was going great. I had an idea. I thought I would check it out, and then I couldn't unsee it afterwards. But as I say, we will fix it. I will go in and make some compositions with some building in the back and some more trees and stuff, so we get like a nice vibe. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
No,
I think too, maybe we put like because I know that they would like hang out on their roofs sometimes too. Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe we just have like a pallet like that they lay on, or you know, like a seating area or something. You know, maybe something like that.
We could do that. Yeah, definitely.
Fill that gap for you. The domes. Still.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a point there. You got a point. Yeah. So for sure, we'll definitely work on that next time. And I also, I honestly think, because I feel like for those two sessions I've had in here, where I built the left thing first and then this next to it, I mean, I literally did this in like a day or two.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. I remember you being like, "Look what I did," and I'm like, "Holy crap!"
When did you start? Didn't you say that?
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I did."
It's like, yeah, I was in the groove. Yeah. So I'm going to continue to build more buildings in this sort of style, all the way over to where the water sort of splits up the wall, and then I'm going to try and make sort of a gate sort of thing, just for the backdrop for it, so it looks like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They can, yeah, it's going to be super cool, and then it will take them straight to the hippo exhibit. Or a habitat, which is pretty cool. I mean, the habitat itself is not really. They have a big pyramid. They have some water. Oh my god, that was something to work with. Luckily, I cut all that stuff out, because there's no need for you guys to see that. So
just suffer through it.
Yeah. So
yeah, we were talking about the terrain and not working well with the water, and then animals that are in the water. Yeah, it's just, as Wikz said, it's been a huge hassle. They have a lot of things that they could fix for sure.
Do better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is facts.
I mean, it is what it is, right? I'm sure a lot of this is uncharted territory for a lot of video games, so it's, hopefully they'll just continue to fix things, but make it even better.
Let's hope, because they are usually working on a lot of fixes when it comes to this. I do hear that they listen to the community. But,
that's good.
Yeah. So let's see if that's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's one of those things too where you kind of should like reach out to somebody and be like, "Hey, I spent a lot of time in this. Here's what I think, would make the game even better." And
exactly.
If they don't do anything with it, then that's on them. Oh, this is when you do the cool tunnel thing.
Yes. So as you can see, I'm just trying out a first thing first here with these sort of I do end up changing the entire interior of this tunnel I'm doing because I didn't really like the piece I used here, the sort of arch piece I used.
Really? Like it.
I cover it up with some temple pieces instead. You will see it here soon.
Gotcha.
But this is sort of like just the how do you say, the cut, the template of it to how I kind of like the facade.
The facade.
Oh, facade.
Yeah, this is dope.
Yeah.
Cool idea.
And that would be super cool to have. Maybe we could even build one like in the habitats itself, like in the camels, for example. Just like make a.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that would actually be a cool thing to fill in more of the gaps around the habitats. Huh.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we could do that.
And you could even put like a bathroom or like just shop or whatever, or the facility, you know.
Yeah, even that. Yeah, so it actually get used. That'd be cool.
Maybe people walking in and out of it like we do. Maybe we'll put an Easter egg in one of them for you guys to find.
Yes, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll even build an entire tunnel. No, okay. So getting ahead of myself here.
There's a whole just like
whole other
massive
zoo
underground. Yeah,
underneath.
Underground you had to find.
And people were like, this park is not that crazy. Where's all the frames? Now I know where the frames went. Down under.
This is cool too. I like this.
Yeah, so I went in and I kind of replaced the. Yeah, how do you say, the thing here? So as you can see, it ended up looking like this.
Yeah.
And then I end up putting up a black panel in the door, so it just feels like it's completely just
like dark. Yeah.
Dark inside, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought this was like just a spontaneous idea I just kind of like got when I was building this. I was like, you know what, I'd rather want something like that says
dark and inviting.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see what this is, right? So
yeah,
so that's what I did, and yeah, I'm pretty happy for the end result of it. So that's good.
Yeah.
I do end up changing this to the black one now. As you can see, there we go, boom. And then I put in some torches, and we can always, as I say, we can always do more and more because this is little. But I feel like this tunnel here is pretty much done. It doesn't need.
Yeah.
And I went over and stole the color you put on the other, like the braziers and stuff, so it has the same lighting. These guys here.
Oh, good. Yeah. For some reason, the flame color is like really weird that they give it. It doesn't look like an actual flame. It's like red, like very red, right? Or
yes.
is it orange? I can't remember.
It is kind of reddish.
Like super red, yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to change that a little bit. That's okay.
But yeah, it looks way
it's
better
cool
now.
that you can change the flames to whatever colors you want, which is super dope. I'm sure that'll come in handy when we get to the more mystical parts of some stuff.
Oh yeah, the Nordic area. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I actually didn't even know because I remember you asked me and you said, "Hey, can you color these?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah. And then I was like, "Yeah, you can."
You can't. Wait, what? This shit just tells you how much I actually use these pieces in the game.
Okay, I'm sure we'll be using a lot of pieces.
Yeah, we. What is cool about all the 4 themes we're building is that all of them are very unique and they kind of like demand their own sort of style in architecture. So I'm very like confident and positive about this project's not having too many of the same things.
Right.
Except for
not at all.
obviously the Egyptian area, which is very, like it's very square. There's not really much to it.
Oh, you mean, yeah, like architecturally?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Egyptians is just very geometric, like very angular, and that's about it. Not anything like elaborate style, like, well, not that it's not elaborate, because their elaboration was more like their tiles and their mosaics and their hieroglyphs and their interior is really where they did the majority of their their intricate stuff was more interior and not so much exterior. So
yeah, you didn't see the wealth so much from the outside, more on the inside of.
I mean, I'm sure you probably did, like at the palaces and stuff, like in person. But obviously now everything's like, because everything was painted back then, and you know, hand like drawings and like I said, mosaics and stuff like that. But it's kind of hard to know exactly just how elaborate all that was, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
They were more reserved though, I feel like, than like, you know, the Hindu or Greek like we're gonna do. So.
Oh, the Hindu area is gonna be fun. So many cool
that's gonna
colors.
That's gonna be elaborate.
That's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I haven't built that style either before, so it's gonna be very interesting for me as well.
I'm looking forward to it.
So, as you can see here now, I added a tree in the back there, kind of like, and I already removed like 3 other dorms, so there's 3 left, I think now. They will get, don't worry. But let's not talk more of that. Something I really, really hate though is the pathing. That we can't just have like invisible path. Like, it annoys me that we have to have these small dots, because it just ruins.
What's up with that?
It just ruins the look for me so much when I have to like take pictures or cinematic and so either way, what we could do.
Why do you not have an invisible path? It's really.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the nature path sort of thing, right? And it's just it's just dumb that it's just annoying me. But it's also like that in Planko.
Really nice, like, really?
Planko has the same issue, yeah. Because the thing is that you can hide them easily if you're actually building like asphalt, or like if you're actually building floor, where you can cover up the borders, like building like fencing all the way around here. But fencing around this, it's just not how it works.
Right.
Like, it's not like
yeah, it's kind of silly that they don't have an option for like just a plain path you can't see.
Yeah, I would really wish that that's something they might. Frontier, if you're listening. For Planko
Frontier,
too.
that's an easy fix. Come on, just.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do anything, at least do that.
That would be amazing. Oh my god. But yeah, we are slowly moving towards the end here now. As you can see, I added a few boats here because I felt it would be kind of cool to have like a little water, sort of thing here because these boats also, maybe they will probably be here, but I am gonna try to build some Egyptian boats. So these will also just be placeholders for now. Some of them we will keep because they do kind of fix well for the Egyptian vibe, these boats here anyways. Maybe we can even detail one of them as well, just use the hull on it and just put something on top and fill them up with some pots and I don't know.
A lantern or something.
Yeah, stuff like that, and put them around the Nile here. I think that would be cool. But also, just to say quick things here is that. So I built this, and then we added the hippos afterwards. But unfortunately, we had to lower the water a tiny bit here. So I had to go in afterwards and put all the plants and all that stuff we had around the water because they were floating now. So I had to add them a little bit downwards, so it didn't look like they were, flying in the air over the water.
Right.
But it did work out at the end. We found out that you can put glass in the water, the glass habitat, and kind of like have that as the barrier, even though it is still in the water section.
That way the hippos wouldn't go.
Yes.
Eat guests and run over to.
I mean, somewhere or another, you just try, and then at some point you just get there, so it's just don't give up.
Yeah, y'all will see more of the hippo habitat in the next
video
too.
Yes, because we are at the end here now, so yeah, just doing the last bits here with the habitat before you guys can see it. And here I'm kind of like putting up a destroyed one, so they will not escape from this section here. We can always change this too. This was like a lot of these things I did here with last minute things. So so yeah. But Sparkle, we are done now. That was 30 minutes. Wow, they go fast.
Yeah.
So here are some cinematics, guys, and hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you think it deserves it, and give us a comment what you think of it all. And hopefully next time we will have lots more stuff to show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and also thanks for being with me here today, Sparkle. Always a pleasure.
Always is.
Yes, alright guys, bye-bye.
Take care.